I'm just a girl over here trying to get my life together. You know what I'm saying? I love that for me too. That's hot.
Hey Alpha Booze.
Oh no.
Hey, what's up? It's been a while. How are you girls doing? The alphabet can honestly say she's feeling refreshed after not watching any Amberlynn content for the last few months. Curiosity got the better of the alpha cat, though, so here we are. Here's what I know. Amberlynn is still living her best life with wifey, who is now referred to as Faylene for some reason. Our girl is back at 520 lbs. Becky has given her some sort of unofficial gagging order about their relationship, which I am here for lol. Despite having so much desire to travel and move states, she appears to still reside at Mount Pillow, Kentucky. Almost as though Becky wasn't the thing holding her back, and it had more to do with the 520 lbs. Amberlynn was taking Ozempic for a hot minute there, which Google reliably informs me is a medication for diabetes.
It's the diabetes.
But can also be used as a weight loss tool. She's back to doing weigh-ins. Our girl is still the queen of Instagram Q&As and fast fashion hauls. Twinks is still a hefty girl. Faylene is obviously too scared to take her out on walks after being papped that one time wearing the Jordans Amberlynn got her for Christmas last year. Okay, time to sit through this whole thing so that you bulls don't have to.
Hey guys, welcome to week 3 weigh-in. So I'm gonna be honest, this is one of them situations where I was thinking about ending the weigh-ins, the weekly weigh-ins.
Wow, I am already shocked. We've never heard of Amberlynn quitting her weigh-ins before. This is entirely unprecedented.
Every YouTuber gets judgment, gets hate, etc. But like, it's just insane how bad mine is over things that are very common. As a human being, I make very common mistakes.
No. Things like constantly lying about things, including extremely serious topics such as sexual assault, allowing your former partner to abuse your pets in your videos, as well as verbally abusing your audience yourself, are not common mistakes. The reason she gets so much heat is because her behavior has been so completely disgusting over the years, and she shows no signs of self-awareness or wanting to take accountability. She labels herself as a troll queen. This is not common.
And it's not that I want to get away with certain mistakes, or like if I gain weight in a week, this is kind of what that's about. So you guys will see that towards the end of this video.
Well, I guess we all know she has gained weight then.
I am just constantly being judged and ridiculed and belittled, and it sucks.
Just so we're clear, nobody ridicules and belittles Amberlynn more than she does it to herself. I know I talk about thumbnails a lot, but look at some of her recent ones. She knows exactly what she is doing. She knows she profits from putting herself in situations most of us would feel utterly embarrassed by. If she cared about being ridiculed, she wouldn't do it to herself.
So I'm going to answer 5 weight-related, body-related, food-related topics that I've been seeing, whether it be like my Instagram, because I do Instagram Q&As, or I like to post on my community posts, just where I've been seeing certain questions in that realm. So I'm going to be answering 5 of those. So the first question is, how much have you saved for weight loss surgery? So I think I'm going to keep that private, and the only reason why I'm bringing that up right now is because I do have weight loss surgery update.
Amberlynn loves any excuse to brag about how much money she has, so it's probably safe to assume she doesn't want us to know how much money she has saved for weight loss surgery, because she hasn't actually saved any. She's invested it all in Walmart and DoorDash. Also, do you guys remember last year when that dude bought her engagement ring because he wanted to help fund her weight loss surgery? Wild times. The update, by the way, is that there's essentially no update. She emailed the place. There was some confusion about insurance. She confirmed she's going to be paying for it herself. She's still waiting to hear back. I don't know why she felt the need to go into so much detail about something so tedious.
Next question is, would you go back on Ozempic now that you don't care about rapid weight loss? Honestly, no, because there's a massive Ozempic shortage, and people with diabetes who has been taking Ozempic for a while aren't able to get the medicine because it's now like a new fad thing. I've heard through the rumor mill, whatever. I've heard that celebrities who are already thin is taking Ozempic. So I would not take Ozempic just because of the shortage. If the shortage was stopped and everyone was getting the medicine they needed, then we can re-talk about it. Third question is, do you have rewards planned for hitting your weight loss goals? I don't, because I have tried to do this in the past where it's like, okay, if I lose 20 pounds, I can get a new purse. I end up buying the new purse even before I hit the goal. I know that's not gonna happen because I know that if I want something enough, then I'm gonna get it regardless. Fourth question, what's been your favorite meal lately? Definitely the homemade poke bowls that we have been doing. We've had it a few times now and it's so freaking delicious. I could literally eat it daily.
Amberlynn is adding spam to those poke bowls and you and I both know it. Sorry, but it's true.
Last question is, do you think it's fat phobic that people think Feline is either using you or a feeder? I do, because if I was a normal weight, people wouldn't think that Feline is using me. People wouldn't think that she's a feeder. And it just sucks because it's like, it's pretty much proving that based on the number on the scale, you guys are making me feel like I'm not valued as a human. Like I don't have worth as a human. Like I don't deserve love, or that someone can't find me attractive or even just think that I have a good heart because of the number on the scale.
People wouldn't think she was a feeder, but they would still call her a user. Amberlynn has already admitted that Wifey was previously a viewer, which Wifey was deceitful about at first. We know that Wifey slid into Amberlynn's DMs literally as soon as Becky broke up with her. If that isn't someone seizing an opportunity, I don't know what is. It's alleged that Wifey is being sued by a bank in New York for defaulting on a credit card. I'm not going to share those details here, but you can very easily find them, and I'm sure someone on YouTube will have covered this. Wifey now lives in a comfortable apartment with junk food and gifts on tap. This is why people think she is using Amberlynn. Because the sliding into the DMs and the love bombing and the lying about being a viewer are all predatory behaviors. Numbers on a scale have nothing to do with it.
By insinuating that Feline is using me or a feeder, you're also insinuating that my exes were that way as well?
Lol, I don't think anybody would deny this. Destiny was absolutely a feeder and a user, and she continued to leech off Amberlynn for years after they broke up. Let's face it, Becky used Amberlynn too. I think Becky is less manipulative than Destiny, and it wasn't as intentional necessarily, but still they did use her.
Okay, so as for this week, we did the whole takeout thing on Sunday, which was my last weigh-in that you guys saw, and that was not triggering at all. What triggered me, and I mean this from like the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for anything that you guys send me in my P.O. box. Like, it's just so kind that you guys even think of me, whether it's a letter or something you guys saw on Amazon that made you think of me. Like, it doesn't matter what it is so sweet. But someone did send me candy bars, and I don't want to blame this person because it's not the person's fault.
But cue her blaming them anyway.
But they massively triggered me, and it was like I had a couple candy bar binges, I'm not gonna lie, and that led into a spiral of binging on other things, ordering takeout. And it was like every other day. It was like one day I would do really good, next day I was binging. Literally, it's a candy bar binge because I don't buy candy bars. So having tons of Cadbury candy bars in my pantry was extremely triggering.
Sarah Amberlynn doesn't buy candy bars because it's a big trigger food for her, yet she brought home a big stash of chocolate. Did she think it would somehow be different because she happened to acquire it at her P.O. box rather than at a shop? It's just like accountability. She knew what would happen and she did it anyway.
But by trying to get weight loss surgery, I am gonna have to see a psychologist who specializes in bariatric patients, and I think they're gonna be able to see more like what is really the issue. Is it binge eating? Is it food addiction? Is it both? And I think I'm really gonna take advantage of this whole weight loss surgery path.
The psychologist needs to review Amberlynn's YouTube career over the years. Amberlynn's toxic relationship with this platform and with her audience is one of the reasons why she doesn't lose weight. There are so many red flags both in her content and her interactions with viewers. I've said it before and I'll say it again, leaving YouTube for 2 years or more would save her life. And I suspect that one of the main reasons why she goes through therapists and psychologists like their hot meals is because they tell her this and she doesn't want to hear it. Well, if she doesn't work with and take on board the suggestions of the psychologist attached to the weight loss surgery application, she just won't get the surgery. Simple.
Right now, obviously, I couldn't go under the knife. With the way that I binge, it's not gonna happen because I need to be able to get in the right headspace and the right mind frame before I do that. And I don't know if that's gonna take me a couple weeks or a couple months or a year. I don't know, but
it's going to take her years. Years and years. And again, the best thing she could do is distance herself from the feeders and enablers who give her the financial means to go on like this. This kind of money is triggering to Amberlynn.
So as for my weigh-in, last week I was 514.6, this week I was 515.8. I was only up 1.2, and I think it's because I was going back and forth. One day I was doing great, next day I wasn't. One day I was doing great, next day I wasn't. If I would have had the whole week at a horrendous rate of just binging or like overeating or whatever, I would have been up so much more weight. So it's like, as much as the yo-yo of it all made me feel like crap, I'm almost grateful it was a yo-yo and not just like a full-fledged binge week, because that would have been very bad. But those candy bars, they really did something.
Amberlynn is lucky she doesn't live in the UK because Cadbury have released white chocolate cream eggs and they are, to quote our ball, so good. It would be game over for her weight loss if she were here.
Just don't send me food in my P.O. box because it is triggering. And I think if someone does end up sending me food, I'm just gonna have to like automatically just get rid of it.
The people sending Amberlynn food don't care if it triggers her. If they did, they wouldn't enable her.
Anyways.
Hey, I played legit soccer.
No.
Different
Asia's
continents.
a consonant.